Night in your love respect. Never allow someone to allow you to feel like believing in yourself is a crime. Because giving up on yourself wasn't part of God's time, and I say that respectfully. It's a thought process for me. Even exchange when you chose your best self vision of yourself, not to dim your light, because God didn't dim the light within you. They don't understand how you elevate and become your best self vision of yourself. You didn't want to hurt yourself with your own words. When you showed up for yourself, being patient with your process while understanding God's movement. Walking by faith, not by sight. They don't understand your movement. Understand at the end of the day, you don't understand, neighbor, what it took for me to find peace within myself to overcome my pain and my trauma. You judge a book by its cover, you don't even know your self-worth to understand what respect looks like up close in person and stay in your own lane. It be the thought process to me, how they so quick to judge a book by its cover and they don't even know themselves. It be the thought process to me, labeling somebody of a description that they truly not, or because someone loves themselves the most healthiest way and they ain't got to gaslight themselves, let alone to play in your face. It's a thought process, me, when that innocent person's in their own lane, minding their business, judging a book by its cover. Not understanding God's plan when it came to that child of God. It's a thought process to me. It was never none of your business, and I say that respectfully. When that child of God showed up for themselves, they wasn't disrespecting you at the end of the day. They knew how to stay in their lane, but you knew how to kick them down when they was trying to find peace within their lane. Something that you can't relate to is being real with yourself, to understand what real looks like up close in person. Confusing it with trauma and pain because of your personal issues at the end of the day, because someone loves themselves the most healthiest way, not to gaslight themselves, to understand God's plan. They ain't got to wear a mask to tune into themselves because they too real with themselves. Something that you can't keep up with is being yourself. You know, being real. It's a thought process to me. Be mindful when you judging a book by its cover, because someone believes in themselves, because someone overcame in trauma and pain to understand how to shortchange themselves. Something that you can't get in tune with is knowing your self-worth, to mind your business when it comes to a child of God. And I say that respectfully, especially someone that had malicious intentions towards you that day, to kick you down, hurt you with words. It's a thought process, me, all alone, project negative energy on you. Let alone, they didn't have malicious intentions when it came to you, neighbor. They was in their own lane, minding their business. Something that you couldn't get in tune with is staying in your own lane. It's the thought process of me. It wasn't meant for you to understand God's plan when it came to that child of God. As they continue to elevate, to love themselves, to acknowledge at the end of the day, them in their light. How dare you judge a book by its cover, trying to control a narrative of an innocent person, that child of God, not realizing at the end of the day that that child of God was placed here for all the right reasons, to better themselves, to understand their trauma and their pain. Something that you can't do is self-reflect, to look in the mirror, to look at yourself, to understand your trauma, your pain. We are not the same, and I say that respectfully. You don't understand how someone is moving accordingly and respecting themselves, to respect their neighbor, not to kick their neighbor down. Antagonizing an innocent person because they mind their business. It's a thought process to me. It wasn't meant for you to understand, neighbor. That child of God's steps was already ordered where you least expected. But that wasn't part of your business. It's a thought process to me. Judging a book by its cover. It's not a crime to love yourself. And never allow someone to allow you to feel like believing in yourself in the most healthiest way, especially when you don't have malicious intentions, to kick your neighbor down because they're trying to find balance within their day. Because they're trying to find balance in their day. It's called respect, neighbor. Especially when someone's not trying to kick you down. Someone believed in themselves, to honor themselves, to understand their trauma and their pain. That they didn't want to become victim to their trauma and their pain. Something that was in store within them. And you don't understand how they truly elevate and becoming their best self version of themselves. It's not a crime to love yourself and believe in yourself in the most healthiest way. When God didn't dim the light within you. They not understand how you showing up for yourself. When they try to kick you down. When you just trying to mind your business, stay in your own lane. Projecting negative energy on an innocent person. Why would I do that? I don't know you. You don't know me. How a walk of life is different. But I know how to respect my neighbor. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. It's called respect, neighbor. I may not agree how you tie your shoe today. But I still know how to respect my neighbor. Because Because I understood God's plan not to shortchange myself. Because my neighbor don't know how to respect themselves, to stay in their own lane. Because last I checked, far as God's noticed, loving yourself is not a crime without wearing a mask or tuning into yourself to elevate to become your best self vision of yourself. It's a thought process for me. Be careful when you judge a book by its cover. Not everybody's the same. You antagonizing an innocent person because they love themselves, they believe in themselves, and ain't got to manipulate nobody, let alone do spell work in a toxic way to prove a point at the end of the day, to show you who they truly are. You ain't used to somebody being real. So you try to dim the light on somebody, but you can't. Because God hasn't given up on that child of God. It's a thought process to me. Something that you can't relate to. It's standing your own lane, respecting yourself. And you try to shortchange your neighbor that day. But God saw something within seeing something that you only played in your own face, trying to find peace in your own lane. Judging a book by its cover, it's the thought process to me. Projecting negative energy on an innocent person, it's a thought process to me. Then you got malicious intentions. Wow, God said you went too far. It's a thought process to me. Like, leave innocent people alone. Because you can't self-reflect. Misery loves company. To realize what you're really going through. The damaging you're doing to yourself because someone projected that negative energy on you. And you want to project that negative energy on innocent people? Because you don't know your worth. It's the thought process for me. Leave innocent people alone. It's not a crime to love yourself. It's the thought process for me. Be careful when you judge a book by its cover. Everybody's walk of life is different. But it's called respect, neighbor. Regardless of your sexual orientation, your disability, your culture, or your religion. It's called respect. I may not agree as to how you do your hair today. I may not agree as to how you tie your shoe. But I ain't got malicious intentions. I ain't here to kick my neighbor down because they don't have self-worth. Let alone have self-respect for themselves. To stay in their own lane. It's the thought process to me. We all not the same. Now you genuine love, respect. Have a good day. It's a thought process to me. Leave innocent people alone. Someone loves themselves. Someone understood trauma and pain. Not to shortchange themselves when it came to their future to better themselves. Something that you can't relate to. It's being yourself. It's a thought process to me. Have a good day. Now you genuine love, respect. Be careful when you judge a book by its cover.